Hey everybody, Kyle here, coming not quite live from my studio. Not every project I start on goes according to plan. It's really not a bad thing because if you're not failing, then you're not trying anything new. So I just like to show a project that I worked on not too long ago and it kind of turned into a horrible failure and I'm about to toss the results, but before I do that, I'll document them for you now. So these are oil paint on wooden panels. This was a very process-based project. The idea being, if you take a random number of points in a random arrangement and you draw lines to connect them all, and then if you find the halfway point and connect those, if you follow that process through enough steps, no matter what the initial starting conditions, you will always end with some sort of oval shape. I thought this would be a great project to do with oil paint because I could integrate it with the glazing technique that I quite enjoy using called the Mishk technique, where you'll glaze different layers on top of each other, a certain order of colors, and the result is a really deep looking like dark brown blackish shadows, but when the light hits it at the right angle, it just kind of has this amazing depth to it and this great glow, and it's a really cool technique. And it's a really good way to make just shadows seem deep and mysterious rather than just being flat and bland. It's one of those old master's tricks they don't always teach in art school anymore. Anyway, I was working on the project. Because the glazing results in a dark background, I chose titanium white to be the primary pigment. And I thought that way it would kind of have like a highlighting effect, so you'd be able to see the previous steps in the process when you looked at the final piece. However, I just was lazy and I squirted the oil out straight from a tube rather than putting it into a bag and cutting up a really fine hole, so it kind of didn't work as nearly as well as I had hoped. It's the kind of project that needs a certain degree of precision and accuracy, not the painterly, sloppy human touch. So if I were to do this again, I would modify the technique significantly. But the important thing is that it's a fun process. I enjoyed what I was doing. I didn't waste that many materials, and I learned something new. The moral to this video, don't be afraid of failure. Just make sure you analyze it closely and learn from it. The furnace couldn't have waited another 5 seconds. All right, bye.